Hey guys, welcome to day 17, law 17, the law of priorities. Leaders understand that activity is not necessarily accomplishment. This is my friend Derek. Derek, what are you doing right now?
Playing guitar.
Derek, what should you be doing right now?
Studying for statics.
What are you going to go do right now? It's my friend Derek. Studying for statics. That's what he's going to go do right now. The law of priorities. Leaders understand that activity is not necessarily accomplishment. See, Derek was playing guitar. It was an activity, but he really wasn't accomplishing that which he needed to get done. What he needs to get done is the studying he has to do for the test that the class average was 58 for last time. It's terrible. He needs to go in there and study. Why? Because if he wants to see himself reach his goals and his accomplishments and the things he set vision towards, he needs to be active in a way that honors the priorities at hand. There's time for guitar, but the time right now, the Sunday before the test, it's the time to study. So, just a couple things I wanted to talk about in regards to this particular law, the law of priorities. First is that activity is not proactivity. Activity is work. Activity is just something that you're doing at any given time. But proactivity is work for a purpose. Proactivity, as Stephen Covey talks about in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Leaders, is something that you carry with you, something that's values-based. You prioritize your activity, and in doing so, you carry out things you know you need to do, and you can be proactive in working towards something. Proactivity is huge when it comes to priorities. Second thing that we just saw, distraction is the enemy of priority. Distraction is the enemy of priority. And distraction can come in many forms. It can come in the form of a person, of a skill, of a hobby, of a TV show, of something that you'd just rather be doing. But priority making requires discipline. It requires discipline. You need to know what you need to be doing right now as opposed to what you want to be doing, so you can actually do activity that is proactive, leading to accomplishment and thusly fulfilling your priorities. There's 3 R's that John Maxwell talks about in regards to this particular law, and they are requirement, return, and reward. First, you got to assess with your priorities what's required of me. What are the things that I have to do, that I really need to do right now? And you can make a list across the board and sit and say, okay, well, I need to do this. For Derek, he understands that his requirement is to pass this test. Second, what brings the greatest return? Well, would bring the greatest return for Derek, we probably wouldn't be playing the guitar, although he is phenomenal at it. What would bring the greatest return would be for him to sit down with his homework from the last couple weeks and the test from last time and study for this upcoming exam. Third, what would bring the greatest reward? While being able to woo the women as he does with the guitar is a good reward, a greater reward is a degree right now for him. And in being able to study and pass his status test, which is one of the hardest classes that he'll have to take here at USF, he is working towards something that is valuable. He is working towards something that is worthwhile. He is working towards a priority, and in doing so, his activity is fulfilling and becoming an accomplishment. Those are the steps: requirement, return, and reward. You gotta assess your priorities in regards and in the context of those, teaches Maxwell. You got to hit your priorities on the head. And to apply this, you just need to apply those steps to your life. Write out everything you got on your plate right now, the things that you have going on. For me right now, I had 4 speaking engagements this last week, 8 homework assignments. One of them I actually missed because I forgot to schedule it in on my priorities. This project that I'm working on, another project that's going to be 40% of my grade that'll be due the day after this project is due. I had a lot on my plate, but I was able to sit down and prioritize it. Why? Because I want to accomplish the goals that are set before me. I want to accomplish the things that I need to get done to do the things that I need to do and the things that I'm called to do, so that the activity that I express and the activity that I spend energy on would be proactive rather than reactive, would be not towards distraction, which is the enemy of productivity, but towards accomplishment. So I hope you guys get some stuff done. I hope you guys set your priorities straight and that you work towards your accomplishments. Commit to do activity that leads to accomplishments. I'll see you guys tomorrow.